Hi everyone, thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to keep this tutorial nice and short and sweet for you because it's a great song and I want you to get playing it as soon as possible. So let's have a look. We're in 4/4 time, so we got 4 crotchet notes or quarter note beats in the bar, or the equivalent of, right? That's important to remember, the equivalent of. And you can see you're met with 2 crotchet or quarter note rests to start with. Those are all the lightning bolts. And then you're met with a little quaver or 8th note rest. So that first bar you're not going to come in until and of the 3rd beat. So you'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and then you come in, okay? I'm going to quickly talk to you about the 4th beat because that's a little bit more interesting. So when we get to that 0, you can see we've got some stripes here. We've got some 16th notes or some semiquavers, and we're going to go 4 or and. 4 or and, because 2 of those 16th notes are worth the same as an 8th note. Or, in other words, those 2 stripy notes are worth the same as the curly one in front, just before it, okay? So there's a lot of squeezing going on here. Squeezing things in. So all together, it'll make more sense if we do it all together. That whole bar will go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and. And we'll do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and. Okay? So that's bar 1, and then you can see that little motif on the 4th beat. That's going to come again and again with this piece. You got it at the end of this line, the end of the next line, and then it goes on to the end of the next line after that, and it's in the penultimate bar as well. So every time you see something stripy, think 4 or and, 4 or and. Okay? All right, bar 2, much easier. You're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. So it's nice and easy, and if you're used to teas and coffees, this would be your tea, coffee. So it's very, very friendly. And we're going to keep going into bar 3, and we'll put this all together in a minute. So bar 3, almost the same as bar 1, it's just that we're actually playing on the first crotchet beat, or quarter note beat. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 or and. Okay? So I'm pretty sure you can sight read this at this point. If not, then by all means pause the video, go over it again, and we'll try it again. But let's go back to the beginning and let's see if we can do this whole top line. So getting my 5 ready, thinking about my 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and. Good, and like I said, if you need to rewind, please do. And if you need to slow it down too, remember if you click the little cog below, settings, and put playback speed on 75, you're at a very good speed then to practice and get it nice and neat. But we're going to move on to bar 4. You've already actually played bar 4, it's identical to bar 2, and you've already played bar 5 because that's identical to bar 3. So let's just go ahead and do it. Counting you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and. So easy enough once you've got the 4 or and under your belt. And just to clarify, that little rectangle that's in bar 4, that's the equivalent of 2 crotchet or quarter note rests because it's a half note rest or a minute rest. Sorry that can get confusing, it's because the UK uses different words from the US. I don't know why, blame someone, but not me. So that's why, but anyway. So we can do that, right? We can do the entire of the top line and the second line. So let's do that, let's rewind back to the beginning as far as bar 7. We can do it, get the 5 ready. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 or and 1. And I just went on ahead, didn't I? I got 2 into it. You might have as well. So bar 6, we can do bar 6, it's not too bad. So you can see the rhythm is, I was going to say it was the same as bar 3, but it's not. We have nothing stripy here, so it's slightly easier actually. You're just going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So nothing stripy, nice and simple. It's the equivalent of some tea and a Jessica, I suppose you could go tea, tea, or a coffee actually. Maybe coffee, that'd be easier for you guys. So tea, tea, coffee, coffee. Alright, but I'm going to stick with numbers because I think folks are going to find it easier for this one. And I'm going to talk through the next bar and then we'll try 6 into 7. So you can see the next bar, not too bad. Some very familiar territory here. So we're going for our 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the difference here is instead of a 5 to start with, we're starting with that open A. So we're making it easier really. So let's rewind back to bar 6 and I'll count you in and we're going just 6 into 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. Should we do that one more time and then we'll carry on into bar 8 and yeah, we'll pause there. So 6 to 8, let's do it. Counting you in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can see that bar 8 is the same as bar 6, which is why I wasn't too worried about you. I knew you could do that. The next bar is where it changes, not too much though. So bar 9, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and. So that's the old 4 and back again. We'll do it again. Let's do it together this time and let's go for the finish. So we're landing on the 5 at the end of it. Hold down your 5 because we kind of want that to be worth 4. From bar 9, let's go to the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, and as I said before, if you need to rewind anything or slow it down, please do, but we're going to go back to bar 6 to the ending, okay? And in a minute we'll go all the way through, but we'll recap it first, just for safety's sake. So, from bar 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Super! Good, alright, let's rewind you right back to the beginning. That's the sound of you rewinding. Shout out to anyone who remembers tape. Okay, so from the beginning all the way through, here we go. Let me take a nice deep breath, I've got a lot of counting to do for you, so. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Good, well done. Okay, so final thoughts for this one. You've got long notes at the beginning of every bar. Now if you're happy to tremolo, that's where I would tremolo. So not on the quavers and the semi-quavers and in other words all the 8th notes and 16ths. I wouldn't do it on those because it's a little bit messy with this song. I would rather keep it like that, nice and clean. So the first beat of the bar works really, really well. To tremolo, you're just alternating your picking up and down in a nice measured approach. But if you're absolutely new to tremolo, please do check out my tremolo course on Udemy. The link is below in the description box, just underneath this lovely video. And you can check it out there. And we sort of start nice and easy and build it up from there. But this is a lovely one to do it with. And one final thought that I will leave you with is if you are tremoloing and you don't like switching the string onto the E, you could slide the 5 to the 7, because 7 on an A string will give you an E. You can hear that. That note is the same as that one. If I could stop catching my D string. And I personally like to tremolo that way, so I like going. So I quite like the slide. I think it adds something to it. So I'm replacing all of the long E's with 7 on my A string. But you don't have to, which is why I haven't written them in here. I've kept it as easy as I can so as many people can play this as possible. But I really hope you like this. It's a lovely song. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you again soon in the next one. Bye bye.